Hi, Jack and Emma, and anyone else from AIME who is watching. Sorry that I'm not in proper business interview attire today. I'm up in the beautiful Blue Mountains at my sister's house helping out with some things. So you're going to have to deal with my flannelette and cardigan look. There are a couple of key reasons that I want to work at AIME. First, and what caught my interest when the careers page was forwarded to me by my sister was the position description. I've worked in support roles most of my time in my career during university and after university, and I've always enjoyed them. I've always performed quite well in them. I've had some difficulty finding my feet a little bit in a job that I find fulfilling, and since I've left university, so the description of the rather ambitious Mrs. Landingham, Charlie Young, Liam McGarry hybrid, which is an ambitious thing I think to find in any person, hit with me because I had recently rewatched The West Wing after many years for the, I don't know how many times I'd seen it, and I was particularly struck by a desire for myself to support someone that I respected and needed support, and also understood that they needed support, which is not only just Jed in the show, but it's also Josh. And a thought that I had during this process is that if there was a hybrid of those three, Mrs. Landingham, Charlie and Leo, it would probably be Donna. And having read The Mentor, there certainly seems to be certain characteristics of yours that could be attributable to Josh. So the desire to support someone who's undertaking really ambitious work that you respect. I identified back then, prior to seeing the advertisement, as a way of learning professional skills, I guess not directly vicariously, but in some way vicariously. I have quite large ambitions for what I would like to achieve as a novelist and also as a publisher. And I don't know how those are going to be achieved yet. And reading The Mentor and also the general scope of AIME's mission is incredibly ambitious, and it struck me that I could learn a lot from Jack's professional skill set and also attitude in regards to undergoing ambitious work. My sister worked at Social Ventures Australia for many years and often talked about the program. Was very impressed by it. I went to Sydney Uni, and although I didn't know much about the program, I would see lots of kids in uniforms and people in hoodies around. So it's been there, and I've known about it. Some friends of mine have been through the Koori Centre, and it's been incredibly important for them. And so to see the history of your organisation there in the old Teachers College was pretty cool. I was also taught by your dad at Newtown, and all of the teachers in the drama department really disliked me, except for Miss Hoddenot. But a friend reminded me that Miss Hoddenot liked everyone. But your dad was also always very calm and remained very neutral on me as an individual, and I always admired that as a teacher because I didn't see a lot of teachers with that, I guess you could say, maturity throughout most of my schooling career. I had some teachers that really liked me and some teachers really didn't like me, and your dad was among the few who was just respectful and neutral, which is, I think, a great way to be with people in life. You also gave a friend of mine, Jethro Brown, a job after he finished university and wasn't quite sure what he was doing. He's a kid close to my heart, and it was a great opportunity for him. And I guess last of all, and very key, is that although it hasn't necessarily dealt specifically with Indigenous educational disadvantage, there's been a couple of key people in my life who I can see at this stage of my life have been really, really affected by the educational disadvantage they have experienced. And reading The Mentor, I could definitely identify that a large amount of that had to do with their perception of themselves and also their perception of their communities. And what I think is quite striking and appealing and interesting about the global vision of AIME now is that since my time at university, I've had the opportunity to learn the Swedish language and also go to Sweden. And some of these people who are very close to my heart, who've experienced this educational disadvantage, are from Sweden, which is not the perception that we often have of that country. And it stems from that perception of self and perception of community that these people have. And it has really, really significant material and personal and spiritual effects on their lives. So, yeah, those are some of the key reasons I want to work at AIME. I enjoy support roles. I think you can learn a lot in them. I have ambitions I don't know how to achieve, and I would love the opportunity to work at an organisation that also has ambitions that they're frank enough to say they don't 100% know how they're going to achieve them. So I hope to get to meet you both in an interview, and anyone else that I'm speaking to, possibly from AIME that I've never met, possibly Jethro, I don't know if you still work there. So yeah, thank you for listening to me rabbit on, and I hope to meet you soon. Goodbye.